For this exercise, we're going to start off by coloring 3 texture swatches with just 3 basic colors. Very simple. You can use the Oberon brush to do that. And now we're going to head over to our layer menu and add a new layer and set it up as a clipping mask by tapping on the layer and choosing from the small menu clipping mask. Now there are 2 types of masks that are super useful when you're illustrating. The first one will be a clipping mask, and that will be on an added layer that goes above the layer that we're using in our projects. The second one that we'll be using in this class as well is an alpha lock, and an alpha lock applies to the same layer that you're drawing. And that means that later on you have less flexibility to make any changes, because when we use the alpha lock, we're actually applying all the drawing directly into our painting layers. So in that sense, using a clipping mask allows you a lot more flexibility in your illustration process. So what I want us to do now is be more playful in this exercise. We're still going to use the Oberon, but scale it up so it will create larger brush strokes, and pick a completely different color than the one that you have on your painting layer. And what I would like for you to do now is just create some playful shapes, and also play with the size of your brush to create different brush strokes. Some of them will be larger, some of them will be slimmer, and that will create just very playful and interesting shape on top of your main painting layer. And now I want to introduce a new brush. This is a brush that I also use frequently, and I'll be actually using it in our class project. This one is the Blackburn brush. It's a digital brush that draws very similar to a real brush. You can actually see the texture that the fine hairlines of a dry brush will create on a dry paper. But it will also give you full color. It's not a transparent brush. If you want it transparent, you just need to change the opacity settings. What we do want to play with is the pressure that we apply on the brush, so that we'll create diverse shapes when we paint in our texture. What we really want to see is those dry hairline texture that this brush will give you when you apply it to your canvas. All right, and let's do something slightly different and just create playful shapes of texture on this one as well, with a very vibrant color. All right, let's play a little bit more with this brush. Let's color in another shape with a Blackburn, and then apply the texture by scaling down the brush and choosing a new color. And this time around, try to control your brush strokes so they'll be similar. We're going to apply the same pressure and draw very similar line work all through this texture sample.